Fitness is simple. It just needs three basic things: train consistently, eat better, and recover better, right? So why does people overcomplicate things and blocking them into, achieving fitness in their life?
Because, the most sellable things, it's shortcuts or some tricks or some special programs or some never known before. That's very good for marketing and sales, and it's always appealing to people to get where they need to get without paying this price. Because if you think this way, train consistently, eat more smart, recover, it's kind of boring, right? And it's measured over a long period of time. And as we discussed before in the previous podcast, people think that 3 to 4 months and done, it's possible to make the body towards any event or towards any period of the year. So rarely people keep themselves throughout the year in the shape. Many of them completely not training in the vacation and maybe in the summer, and then they just start to pick up in the spring, close to summer, and middle of the autumn they already stop. That's, I think, around the world the same tendency.
Like, okay, hearing what you've said and already in my mind playing, what is fitness in each person means? Like for me, fitness for me, I think so, is I be able to, let's say, if I need to perform, I can perform in training. If I need to do certain exercise, I can do it without, difficulty, right? Body-wise, it should be enough for, like, optimal for my body. I don't need to be so fit, like jacked abs and, jacked arms or whatever. It's just, this is fitness for me. Would you also consider, like, every person has its own fitness, like success means or look like?
Definitely. Depends of the age, depends of the geographic location, the occupation, the lifestyle, the ability, money-wise ability, right, financial ability of them. Because, for example, so many members consider to get fit for summer season, to become jacked, to go to Mykonos, Ibiza, other recreational places, to pick up what they need to pick up there, enjoy, get the likes from other people. And this is main idea of the fitness, only that. So after that, they come already from the trips completely wasted from usage of substances and having hectic life, not sleeping, you know what is happening there. And they took a month just to recover. They lost completely their ability, and sometimes they skip even winter, and then they start to pick up from spring again. So this is fitness treatment. Like this, they took fitness as this to prepare themselves for season of Mykonos and other islands.
No, because sometimes, it's just people are like got too, let's say, overwhelmed with the idea that if fitness means you are this, you are this type of person or this type of individual who is, let's say, have six-pack abs and this and stuff, and or if you're a lady, you should look like this, skinny, small legs, this and stuff, right? Sometimes because of certain things, the idea of, let's say, whatever is posted online, pressure you that when you can't reach there, you seem like this is, like I did not achieve fitness at all. Seems like this, and that's why it become like it complicate so much things when it comes to fitness, because I as we discussed before, also we know a lot of people who doesn't look fit but actually can perform, and some people who looks super fit but
Cannot
cannot
perform.
exactly, right? So complicated only.
It's not complicated. Again, it depends where you going. Okay, you go to the public gym, which is known as a bodybuilding place, right? You come inside, you don't know much about the fitness, and you look at the guys with their round shoulders and huge reps, low body fat percentage. You're like, okay, this is fitness. You see how they're training, and you start to do it yourself, and you see that there is no way you will get there, right? Maybe you train in year, 2 years, nothing is even close. So then you start to doubt, okay, maybe something wrong with my diet or something. You can blame many things, and unless you will understand, they've been enhanced by performance enhanced substances. Okay, so, but then, which is very strange for me, if you're not competing, if it's not your profession, if it's not something you earn money from, why you going there? Like, but since this standard was set up, that man needs to be, I don't know, whoever needs to be looking this way. As you say, ladies has to be jacked in this way, man has to be jacked in this way.
Yeah.
And you think that this is how it's supposed to be, then you'll be tempted to go to them and ask about substances and ask about how they did there. And they will tell you, I will help you, my brother. You just need to go 1, 2, 3 and train with me.
Or we have this program,
for example,
in 12 weeks.
But there is terms and condition. This is your course. This you need to take to feel better. This is your additional supplements and boosters, and then you're gonna reach there. Person is getting there. He start to use. Nobody is saying that they feel. Nobody quantify the feelings. How do you feel?
Yeah.
You might feel terrible, but you might be having 6% of body fat. Everybody just say, "Wow." At you, but you're so tired, you hardly moving, and you want to sleep all the time.
Yeah.
So why this is not quantified? Is it fitness? Like, does it improve your life, or it just improved your look? And even though, what you will do now with this look, unless you're not earning money.
So fitness more need to think that it has to improve your life.
It has to improve your health, and it has to improve your life. And in order to improve it, the certain dosage has to be taken of it, and there is certain intensity has to be taken, and there is a tiny border of also using it and over, like a medicine, right? Medicine is a cure, and also it's a poison, right?
True.
So
Where to find
we
balance.
need to find the balance, exactly.
Okay, now we preaching, right? Train consistently, train every day. Can someone train just 3 days a week and still make progress?
It's possible, but they need to have the big background behind. Which means, for example, if some champion which was training 14 trainings in a week before, twice in a day, and spent thousands of hours on the ground. Now you can say, you just train 3 times, it will be enough for you. He will maintain his skills still there, 3 times in a week. Not improve, but maintain. Because such a big background he has. If the person from the beginning start to do 3 times in a week, it's still very less time for gaining somewhere in the skill wise perspective, and also I believe it's just movement wise, quantity is not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah. So to answer this question, I think it's more for somebody who had huge background before and they still can progress with it 3 times in a week, because lots of foundation been built before. Lots of empty spaces was filled before. There is no mistake with many things, so they can just keep up with 3 times in a week. But if the person is newly exposed or having still 2, 3, 4 years experience, which is still, it's not that enough, more frequent exposure to the exercises is beneficiary.
So, for example, if, let's say, that's the only, let's say, time they can give, right, towards training, can they still progress, but probably they need to, like, instead of progressing in 3 months' time or 6 months' time, they will see only, let's say, the benefits in 1 year time? Is it like that, or really not.
Of course. We just don't know. We need to put more parameters in the question. What progression means for them? Getting stronger, getting more conditioned, getting more leaner, getting acquiring more endurance. Recovering faster. If we talk about our type of training, which require from you apply intensity, recover faster, apply it again, it's require more frequent exposure to the training. If you do one set, rest 3 minutes, again one set, something you gain in strength, that's fine. For strength wise, 3 times in a week it's okay, because you need more time to recover, because you've been exposed to higher weights with less repetition, so it doesn't require from you high conditioning and doesn't require from you ability to recover fast, right? So for example, you can do heavy work, 2 to 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes recovery again. So for example, for somebody who more focus on strength building, like powerlifters, maybe for them 3 times in a week is enough. But again, it's on amateur level, just to reach the numbers what amateur reach. The moment they proclaim themselves as something more than that, obviously again, more training to be done.
Okay, let's go into nutrition more. Why do so many people get lost in diet rules and labels?
Diets and
diet rules and labels.
Again, same.
Intermittent fasting, these.
Yes.
One
Everything,
meal
there are
a day.
trends. Again, there are trends. Every trend has some sales behind, right? Some topic behind which is, or some product behind which is selling. The fasting is great only if you get this green juice from the company so and so, right? It will work only. Or I don't know, this diet is great if you just add this fiber powder. This, so many diets built on that, on the sales. For example, when the
keto diet.
Exactly. Like I was reading the zone diet, even though it's you get your
egg
protein,
diet. This also, right?
Protein, and then you get the polyphenol vegetables, which is colorful and everything, but much more beneficial for you to get omega-3 from our company. And also this polyphenol, it's anyway the colors, which is the color which is the color which gives color to the vegetables. It's good for antioxidation and everything. So there are certain supplements. So it will make much more sense if you have this and this from my company. So this also, even though it's promoted by doctor, I cannot blindly trust into it, I see logic until that. From that I start to back off a little, isn't it is it like that? So
I tried, for example, before I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I tried this intermittent fasting, right? And I don't have any meals from certain hours. I forgot the night, and then till 12 p.m. Then once I reach 12 p.m., the only food I take is protein shake, not even shake, just protein with water, and I drink. And that's it. And then I start to eat, I think, by 3 o'clock, and then before 6, something like that. Yeah. I did lose weight, for example. I did lose weight. But I was doing that for only a month or 2, I think so. It was it's not sustainable, nutrition for me, basically. And I went back to the normal, have your breakfast, lunch and dinner, and snacks in between, and just right proportion of food, cover the protein, carbs, fats, or fibers and stuff, and that's it. And this is much more easier, basically.
Again, while you're talking, in my mind there are some talks appear in my head with members. Some of them, 9 kg gain in vacation, so drinking, eating like no borders. And then he comes and says, look at me, 9 kg up, so how can I lose it quick? What I need? Detox, laxative, intermittent, how to lose it quick now? And you're like, okay, the guy need to now smash himself in the way. Of course, he will lose it fast because he gained it fast, but as you to answer the question, I think people who put themselves in situation when they gain so much, now they look to these shortcuts and tricks how to lose quickly also.
Yeah.
So what I need? L-carnitine, the fat burner, anything else, thermogenic. How can I go? Some green teas, detox teas.
What does eat better really mean, and how simple can it be?
I don't think in the pattern eat better. I think much better what I need to eat not to damage myself. Certain food is damaging.
Yeah.
You like it or no. There is big price for consuming them. If you order something from pastry, from bakery, from products full of sugar, even though calorie-wise it's fitting your macros, even though it's fitting your calorie intake, even though you didn't eat nothing but you eat this cake, there is payoff because you're disrupting your gut bacteria.
Okay, just wait. So in the old days, when we don't have these, like media, social media, trends are not like that, there's no phone, mobile, or you can search a lot of things. Bakery has always been there.
Of course.
It helps, I think, lots of people to survive because it doesn't cost so much, and then you're able to have right food in your body. And there was not much fat before, I think. Less people was overweight before.
Okay, true.
Right? But why now? Because of some media said it's, or some doctors or scientists, whatever, said that it's bakery, pastries or whatever products is not good for you, and now it become bad food. Why is it? I wanted, because for me, I grew up with bread, right? I grew up with, for example, bakeries in our neighborhood, and I'm having them as snack, but I'm not
yeah, first of all, let's agree with this. First of all, you grew up on this, right? So meaning you were small and young, right? Okay. And you was burning tens of thousands calories per day. Start with that.
Yeah, because before, due to, I think there's no, let's say, social media screens and all, we always outside playing.
Not only the playing, the overall your movements per day was triple.
Yes.
There are so many chores.
Yes.
Just moving your body triple amount. Then here, what we discuss here, you just sit in the car, go into the office, from office going back to the car, and that's all your movements. That's number one. Second one, there is, I'm sure it was not so much specific bakery products like hydrogenized fat, I forget how it's called exactly. So so basically what it was using, wheat, egg,
yes,
flour and some water, like
yeast,
milk and yeast, and let's go, that's it. This is self-fermentized process. You put it for 2-3 hours, then you put it in the machine.
So it's much more natural ingredients, basically,
more natural,
than now.
Still, it's not, I'm not believing it's healthy, but it's much better than now, right? So because again, those bread, if you leave for 3 days, it will get full of mold, right? This bread, if you leave for 3 months, nothing will happen, right?
Yeah.
Because so many emulsifiers and other elements added just to conserve the product how it looks. So we start with that, and imagine that this product, if it's not getting spoiled with oxygen, outdoor, with the weather, with nothing, you eat and how difficult it is to digest it. So I would start with that.
Okay.
And again, this what you think. I think being those time you didn't think about the standards of fitness is always increasing. So now, for example, people, as we discussed, has to be with abs, with certain form and structure and everything. I don't think so. You was thinking in those times that this is how it's supposed to be. You just think maybe fat or slim, like these more simple terms.
Yes.
So if somebody's slim or somebody doesn't have belly, probably he's fit. Maybe this was your standard of measurements. Now, if somebody doesn't have belly, okay, but show me your abs, right? How much water, how much fat under your skin. So your standard is increasing. Do you have veins on your body? So this, for example, this type of standards.
Okay. Interesting. Is cutting out entire food groups necessary for health?
Yes. For me, I believe it's necessary. I don't like to believe that there's cheat day. Because we same the way we live this way. We live this way many years. On Saturdays we used to have cheat days, some cheat meals.
Yes.
I would not say cheat days, but cheat meals.
Cheat meal.
I'm big fan of chocolate.
So much.
Every time before workout, I used to have half bar of chocolate, and I was thinking it will help me with a pump. Anyway, I was thinking the sugar is just coming in, and since it's very quickly digested into glucose, transfer into glucose, I'll use it in training right away, which give me such a confidence, and I thought that it's give me a little bit more power.
Yeah.
Technically, that's true, but the level of leanness I was never able to get. I was training always hard, never easy. I would not say that there is any time I was training easy, but
every time
I never been
hard.
that lean what I require to be now.
Yes.
Even though I'm much older than before.
Little before.
There's always little before on the lower back, little fat. There's something on the cheeks.
Here, yes.
So you don't have that definition. So technically, it's fine. It's fine. Again, as per some standard, it's fine. But if you want to raise your standards, sorry, it's not allowed. It's not allowed. Sugar is not allowed. Wheat products better to remove, and other fast food things, no matter how much it fits your calories.
Okay, now there's so diverse food, right?
Yes.
In every culture, it's different thing. For example, in India they are used to this. In Philippines we are used to this. In Ukraine we are used to this. So how do you, for example, make a nutrition adjustment without feeling restricted towards their food culture? Like we have, I think, discussion before. I said, and you keep on telling me, boss, like you need to eat these. I said, boss, but sometimes I do need to eat, my kind of food, because I was raised with, such food, right? It's comfort for me, for example.
Exactly. So it's pure psychological. We're talking about emotional, psychological belonging, but not physiological. You're not physically, for example, obliged to eat white rice. It's something you've been eating forever, and you feel comfortable, and probably even though it's digesting good in your body, for example. But if you have the goal to lose those fat what you gain and to move yourself to the next level of body composition, it's not allowed. You just decide, you will reframe your mind immediately if you put your idea you want to have better body composition or better performance, and there is comfort food you like. Maybe cake is also your comfort food. You say, how can I eat cake and have better performance and better body composition? No way on earth, right? So
no way. Yeah.
Regarding the cuisines, okay, for example, Ukrainian cuisine, okay, from the cold climate, there is very high calorie dense food. It makes sense to survive in the climate. Here in the heat, why I need to consume so much calories, right? To fool myself with bread, with grains, cereals. We have lots of, for example, calorie-rich food.
Fat also, no?
Fat, a lot of fat, which helps you to insulate your body in the cold season, right?
Yeah.
It's all about that, survival, but nothing about body composition. At the same time, Indian food is famous with spices and everything. Okay, credit to that. I don't think so it's conducive towards reaching the body you want potential.
But, okay, I think we discussed this before, every part of the world has different, let's say...
digestive tract, yes.
Yeah, digestive tract, depending on the culture, right?
Yes,
correct.
True.
So if, for example, you have this system of yours that will function according to the certain food that you have in your place, if you restrict yourself having those, would it mean that you will not be, let's say, healthy or whatever?
I understand what you mean.
Again, my question,
yes,
right?
For example, like Chinese, they not digest milk well, and some certain nationality not digesting red meat, and because due to generation it's vegetarian
Yes.
society and stuff like this, of course,
Yes.
it's have place and time
Yeah.
for that. So then in this case, if you feel that you might indigest certain kind of, I would say, international food like chicken breast or or like broccoli, whatsoever, there are ways in your own cuisine which conducive to your goals still. Okay, if it's protein, maybe in your case there are some way of fish which has lean
Yes.
meat, and there is a way of cooking that without excessive amount of oil, right?
True.
On the steam, on
Yes.
the air
Baked.
fryer.
Fryer.
Exactly. So there is a way how to cook it, and there is a way how to retrieve the most lean protein from it. Or, for example, maybe in the vegetarian culture,
I see.
tofu,
Yes.
and there is different lentil ways which also not make you bloated. There is hundreds of options. You just need to, if you're interested in it, you will search for it.
True.
Legumes, there is so many legumes. It's called legumes. Yeah, there is so many different types and
Legumes?
kinds.
Legumes?
Yeah, legumes. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Let's go over recovery now. Why is recovery just as important as training and nutrition?
Because it will help you for the next day to repeat the same, to train and eat again. If you under recover, you either under eat or overeat and under train for sure. So it will help you to do everything in the cyclic way, just to repeat it. So you need to recover to repeat this
To
again.
repeat
To
the
make
routine
it
again.
to make it occasional, not to make it occasional. Sorry, to make it routine, not to make it occasional. If it's occasional, then okay, you train, then you don't sleep. Next day anyway, you will not
Then you
train.
recover, then-
you will train after 3 days again. So then recovery can be neglected. But if you know tomorrow is a training, and today you have late dinner, and you will start to count the time, how much you need to sleep, at what time you need to say sorry, I need to go to bed, and stuff like that. So it's super important because it will allow you to repeat. And if you repeat, you get where you need to get.
That's nice. I like the answer. Simple. What are the simplest ways to improve recovery today?
The simplest way is to have a time that you need to switch off. For example, for somebody it can be 9-10. Ideally, it's behind
Before 11.
Before 11
Before.
p.m. Before, yeah, and having this as a standard. That's it. So, of course, wake up. You can wake up different time, but if you go to bed before 11, obviously you will wake up early. And if you do that, all the rhythms will be mostly right. You will avoid lots of sicknesses, lots of energy drops, and different consequences of unhealthy lifestyle. So I think first and foremost, the bell should ring in this time around 10, 11, somebody 9 p.m. For me, sometimes 9:30 p.m. Right?
Yes.
So when your body needs to switch
So
off.
basically, of all the, let's say, noises about recovery, this and stuff, you need to wake yourself up with a bowl of water and this. It's all about your sleep pattern. How many hours you sleep in a day. If you cover enough, you sleep before 11. Let's say you sleep 10 p.m. You have. I think you don't need so many things already. You don't need to have to do all these.
Don't forget, all of these
saunas and everything.
stimulations, it's exhaust your adrenaline glands, which is the glands on top of your kidneys. Like, expose yourself to the cold, boost yourself. Like,
Yes.
I remember one guy say, we was training, he gets so excited, he say, I heard you need to think that you're training, you're not training, you fighting with the animals, something like that. That's the way he wanted to, he read some article, he want to bring some system inside of him. And maybe it makes sense in the short period of time, but in a long period of time, you exhaust your glands. They need time after to recover. So like it's same like you train intense, you exhaust your nervous system, and then you come to repeat the same. You cannot. So that's why one of our training principles, we are not reaching this intensity where we need to put our nervous system so much. That's we train mostly what we decide. 60% we train general capacity. Only 20% we can go for some development. 20% recovery training or corrective training. So if you need to wake up yourself with a cold water, you're not able, or you need to always pump yourself up. You just tired. Let's agree with that.
You just have less sleep. Yeah.
Or you need to smash.
Or for example, you need to go do some drips because you have to
triple
recover.
Espresso, like sometimes I know that pre-workout it's C4 it's equals 7 espresso.
Fuck.
So
that's insane.
and then you know what will happen. You move, and I know what is happening also.
Yeah. Okay. Wrap up this for us, please. Again, fitness is simple. You just need 3 basic things: training, eating, and recovery. Wrap up.
Yeah, you need just to juggle how to make it on a consistent basis. It's all about adaptation. Yes, not every day will be perfect. Not every meal will be perfect. Not every workout, every recovery routine will be perfect. But if you have your average standard, which is pretty high, then you'll be trying to always get towards those standards. You will know that where you will underperform, where you push yourself more over the border, when you don't have enough resources to follow this. But always it's easier to keep up the standards when you repeating it daily, when it's somehow on your first of all, it's going as an inertia, and it's on your subconscious system. Subconsciously, if you didn't eat, again, we discussed a long time, if you 72 hours not eating sugar, after this, you want it less and less. And you can say no to it, even though deep inside you know that you was big sugar eater. And so many things you can say no to. No to fast food, no to alcohol, no to different substances, right?
Correct.
For the sleep, if you used to wind down at 9:30, that's next day, most probably the same will happen. 9:30 you'll be wanting to sleep. But if you have disruptive sleep pattern, you don't know at what time your body is tired, right? So that's why your mind is busy. You need to watch until you sleep. And then, because it's always different, right? And if you wake up at the same time, probably you will wake up at the same time next day. So we're so much into this routinous pattern. At the same time, with basically with the training, you used to load your full body in this way with the same intensity. Most probably you'll be adapted towards this and able to repeat it again and again and again. Now, having this in mind, how we can juggle, helping the fitness. So fitness should be for life, not life for the fitness, right? Because we are enthusiasts, we are not professionals. So juggling with that, supporting nutrition towards what I lost, to repair and to give me energy. Again, living not for food. Food should help us to live. And same with recovery. Ability to repeat it again with the same amount of energy and drive. So if you just put it simple.
Recover to live, not to...
recovery, it's also a pleasure, not you. Again, recovery should help you to live. You should not live to recover.
Live to recover.
So many people come
live
just
to
for recovery, right?
Today I need to go there and do...
No training, just recovery.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Very true. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.